This is an audio-only recording of a scammer confessing that they are a scammer and why they confessed. It's a follow-on from a video I produced, which is a scammer where scammers get you to ring them. Anyway, I followed up what I said from the end of the previous video of actually ringing these scammers up and trying to find out why they're scammers. And halfway through the audio, you'll hear he changes his mind and tells me he is actually a scammer, but then later goes on and tells me why he's a scammer. And also towards the end there, we have a sort of a moment where we both reflect on what we're doing, and I'm not sure if I was being scammed at the end as well. So it'll be interesting what other people have to say about this.
Thank you for calling McAfee Support Team. This is Michael Hobbs. How may I help you?
Sorry, say again.
This is Michael Hobbs from McAfee Support Team, sir. How may I help you today?
What's your name again?
Michael Hobbs, Hobbs.
Michael Hobbs, is it? Okay.
Yes, that's correct.
Michael, I got an email. It says something about receiving something from McAfee. All right. About some sort of a charge or something.
All right, I got you, sir. In order to put out this information, could you please help me out with your first and your last name?
No, before I do that, can you please help me out with to prove that you're McAfee?
Well, sir, you have called us and you are talking to the McAfee Support Team.
Okay. So what's the telephone number? What's the telephone number of the McAfee Support Team?
What's the number which you gave us a call? I can confirm that to you.
Yes. Is it? What's the number?
It's 390-136206.
And what's your address?
My address is North Sydney, New South Wales, 2060.
What's the street name? What's the street number and name?
201 Miller Street.
Okay. How come when I look up McAfee on the internet, that's not the address and not the telephone number?
Well, sir, McAfee does not have a single department, sir. We have lots of branches worldwide.
Okay.
And to which department you're trying to reach, that is, important. If you're trying to reach us, so there might be something that you want to, you have a concern regarding that.
Okay. Well, I don't believe you're McAfee.
Also, if you don't believe me, that we are from McAfee, then I cannot do anything. It's up to you.
Yes, it is up. It is up to me. But in fact, I know you're not McAfee.
That is perfect then. Not a problem for me, sir. If you have
it is, but it's a problem. It's a problem for me because somebody sent me an email that's got an address in it. It's got a false address for McAfee, and I know it's not McAfee because I rang earlier and went through a whole process, and I spoke to someone which is a different voice to you, right? And I know it's not McAfee. But a question I'd like to ask you, which I know you're a scammer, but I want to know first of all why you're doing this scam, because it's obviously some people that are scammers get scammed themselves. Have you been scammed?
Well, sir, this is not any scam process or anything, whatever you're saying, okay? And I do understand that you might having concern, but if you can help me out that what charge and what is the concern, then I can give you the exact information.
Okay, my concern is that as I said, I rang this thing and I found out it was a scam, all right? Okay? and because
Same number?
it's exactly the same.
Number?
Exactly the same. This number. I rang this number, spoke to somebody else, and I discovered it was a scam. Because one of the things they wanted me to do was to connect onto a secure server, and they wanted me to use PC Anywhere or some software which would have taken over my device. And I'm an IT person. I know that, and to send me a form. And I know that's a typical way scammers get access to my devices. So I know it's a scam, but you're coming across like you're still legitimate, right? You must know now that I suspect you're a scammer.
Everything, if you think that this is a scam or something like that, so why are you calling back?
Because I want to find out if you were scammed into this job or you are the principal scammer. In other words, if you're just an employee and there are other people that...
None of it.
You're none of that. Okay. So you 100% believe you legitimately work for McAfee, all right?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. How long have you worked for McAfee?
I've been working in this industry since past 5 years.
The last 5 years. Okay. If you've been working for the last 5 years, tell me a couple of events that have happened with McAfee, right, that are significant to McAfee. Who was the founder of the business?
With the founder of what?
Founder of McAfee. And also, who owns McAfee now?
You can Google it by yourself.
Yes, I know, and so can you. But you're not doing it quick enough to be able to tell me the answer, right? Okay. If you work for there, you would know. But how many employees does McAfee have? What was their profit the last annual thing? Who was the directors? When was the last annual general meeting? And I suppose as an employee, you wouldn't necessarily know that information. And I'm amazed that you haven't just hung up on me, because usually the proof that you're a scammer is that people, as soon as I ask questions like that, they hang up very quickly. But you're not doing that, and I'm just wondering if, as I said, you just pretending to be something legitimate and you're not, and in case you're fooling yourself, not just other people, but you're fooling yourself, right? Or have you been scammed, and that's why you have to stay in this business? To make money?
Well, sir, look, first of all, I'm not sitting here to make you believe that who am I and whether I'm a scammer or a legit person. That is totally your choice. You are the one who can judge me that who I am. But if you can help me that what problems you have, and if you're saying that you rang someone before and they try to get connected, so that is the process. You need to, cancel the charges, and you have to fill up a form for that, because we need to submit it in our department that there was a fake charges done by someone else and you are trying to cancel it.
If somebody charged me incorrectly and they would have and it came through on my credit card, I would just ring up my bank and say I never bought this, and it'd be reversed straight away. I don't have to ring McAfee to do that.
The money is not going to get reversed, okay? Till the time you call your bank, you will see that the money has been charged and there will be no way that the money will come back.
Well, that proves you're a scammer as well. I happen to know how the Australian banking system works. And the Australian banking system with credit cards, if I ring my bank and tell them there's been a charge gone to my account, right, then they will tell me, and I can say, I want that reversed, and they will then send a document to the people that charge me. Unless they can prove I actually purchased the item, the thing will be reversed. I don't have to deal with the organisation.
Let me ask you something.
Yes.
Do you know Pat Cummins?
Say again?
Do you know Pat Cummins?
Pat Cummins? No, I don't know Pat Cummins.
You don't know Pat Cummins? Australia have won the World Cup this year, just a few days back, and the Australian team captain is Pat Cummins. You don't know about it, sir?
No, I don't. The World Cup is soccer. I'm not into soccer. I'm not a sports person.
No, that was was not a soccer World Cup, sir. It was a cricket World Cup.
Okay, the Cricket World Cup. Okay, it shows that I'm not into sport at all. I don't know. Anyway, so what's that got to do with the bank?
Still, you are not in the sports, but still Australia won the World Cup, sir. It's a very big thing that Australia won the World Cup. And you don't know about it?
No, because I'm not into sport. And also, I'm not into news either. I don't watch the news. I'm an IT person. Actually, I'm a retired person. But on the other hand,
have any knowledge about sports? You don't watch news?
No, I don't watch the news. No.
I'm not a legit person. How can you say that I'm a scammer? How is that?
You're not a what person?
I said that if you don't watch news and if you don't have any knowledge about anything regarding sports, these knowledge you will get from sports and from news. So how can you say that I'm not a legit person?
How do I say I'm not a what person? Legitimate person?
Legitimate person, yes, legit.
You can't even say the word properly. The word is legitimate. I'm saying you are. I'm not using the word, and you're not pronouncing it correctly. So obviously you're not Australian. And by the way, if you were
confuse me, or you're trying to play word games with me, but you can call legitimate, you can call legit. There is not a problem. Both of them are valid words.
Okay, all right, no problems about that. But what's this got to do with the bank? And just another thing about the bank, all right?
I have nothing to do with your bank, sir. I have nothing to do anything with your bank. I'm just here with the McAfee department.
No, you're not with the McAfee department. You're not with the McAfee. Well, we'll just have to agree to disagree on that one. Another thing is, the guy said this morning, I have 24 hours to reverse the payment, all right? It's going to take 24 hours to process it, right? If I make a payment today, if I make a payment to purchase anything, and I use my credit card to do it, right? And I use not my credit card, I use my credit facility, it goes through immediately.
Deducted from your credit card. How sure you are that the money is going to get deducted from your credit card, not from your bank account?
Okay, listen, how about, I've still got this number, I can ring you. What was your first name? Give us your name again.
My first name is Michael, last name Hobbs, Hobbs.
Hobbs. Hobbs,
yes. Okay, tell me one thing. Do you know Shane Warne?
Yeah, I've heard. No, I don't know Shane Warne. I know of Shane Warne, but I don't know Shane Warne.
Which Shane Warne you know?
Yeah, I know of a person called Shane Warne that's a cricketer. Yes, I know of him.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
He was a legend of Australia, a huge spinner.
Yeah, okay. All right, you know your sport, so what? But you might know your sport, but you're still a scammer. And what you're doing is you're lying to yourself.
You are accusing me, sir. You're repeatedly telling me scammer. And
okay, let's take it one step further. Okay, how about I've recorded all this. How about I publish it on the internet? Okay, and then I'll publish it on the internet. I have my own webpage. I'll publish on the internet. Then I'll ring you back. I'll tell you the name I published it on. Okay, and then you sue me for defamation. How about you do that? You wanted to go down that track?
Listen, if you feel that doing that can help you, or
you're going to help me, and that way, then when we go to court if it was really true, you'd sue me for defamation.
You will get views and likes, and you will become a YouTuber. So you're totally wrong. It's not going to help.
This will end up on YouTube anyway, by the way, and the previous one's going to end up on YouTube, all right? However, I'm going to publicise this number and tell everybody that telephone number that's on thing is a scam. And if you think it's not a scam, you can therefore turn around and sue me for defamation of character, defamation of your business, all right? But I bet you won't do that.
The end point. Sir, I'm sorry to interrupt you, sir, but let me come to the end of this conversation that yes, you are right, this is a scam, And even if you publish this number, this is going to get blocked in one day and we will get a new one. Every day we get 5 to 10 new numbers, and you cannot stop me.
Okay, so it's taken me 14 minutes and 28 seconds to get to the point where you finally admit you are a scammer. So you are now admitting that you are a bad person. Do you know what karma is? Are you a religious person?
Okay, and let me tell you something that doing this thing, I know it's really bad. It does not, gain you respect in the society, things like that. But there is nothing to do apart from this. And we're not scamming. This is just a promotion for the McAfee, okay? And in this way, we can get new customers to get new services, and so that the McAfee sells their business, their products, and we get the commission. So this is not what you are thinking, but in another sense, you are right. But this is not the thing you are saying.
You're trying to justify yourself. However, one of the things is, I don't know what country you're in or where you're coming from, but I realise that everybody has to live. And the way you have to live is you have to, unfortunately in our society, you have to have money, right? And somebody's enticed you somewhere along the line to walk the borderline of what is truthful and what is not. You've already acknowledged to me that what you said at the beginning, that you work for McAfee, is false, although you still seem to be trying to infer some way you're indirectly working for McAfee because you're doing scams and McAfee are anti-scams, therefore you're providing more business for McAfee. Is that your justification for doing it?
You people are living in a myth that McAfee is anti-scam, okay?
No, it's not anti-spam. It's anti-malware, right? Malware is malicious software, okay? All right? Okay? Part of malicious software is also malicious software is enticing people to ring numbers that don't exist, that numbers of organizations that I forget the word of it.
I have told you everything, whatever it is. Tell me your name.
My name's Jeff.
Jeff. Are you Jeff Bezos?
Say again?
Are you Jeff Bezos? You know Jeff Bezos?
No, I don't know Jeff DeGore. I don't know who you're talking about. I'm not that person.
He's the owner of Amazon. Have you heard of her?
Oh, Jeff. Yeah, him. Yeah, I know. I don't know what his name. No, I'm not him. Well, if I was him, why would I be ringing you?
If it was you, I would have asked you for some help from your side for millions of dollars or something so that I can leave this job and leave this work forever.
By the way, you actually are a job. You're actually getting paid, are you?
Sir, yeah, typically like that.
You're actually getting paid. You're not the owner of this business. You have a boss.
No.
You have a boss.
I have a boss. We have, several bosses above our head. So we work for them.
You work for them, and these bosses are scammers, and they got bosses which are scammers, and then bosses and then bosses. Can you tell me what country you're in? You sound like you're coming from India. I'm not.
I'm not from. I'm from Bangladesh.
Bangladesh. Well, Bangladesh, India, pretty close. Physically, all right. Where am I from?
Both are different countries, sir.
Yes, I know. There are other different countries. Okay, all right. And Bangladesh is a very, very poor country, right? And it sounds like there are people in Bangladesh that have no scruples as to the best way to run their life, and they've somehow enticed you to get involved in this business. I'm suggesting, and the other thing I'm amazed is usually when I talk to people like this, they hang up very, very quickly because their boss hangs them up. Your boss is not listening into this call, is he?
No, my boss is not available right now, and that is why I'm just talking to you, because I love talking to any people who are interested in talking. As you are talking to me, I'm talking to you.
Okay, and I would like to talk. What I would like to find out is obviously the money. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is the money that's the biggest inducement for you to work in your job? Would you rather not work? If I could offer you a job, I can't. But if I could offer you a job where you genuinely helped people who were physically disabled or mentally disabled or didn't have the resources that they needed, and you were able to help those people, would you prefer to have that job?
Absolutely, sir. I would prefer to have that job. I'm eagerly waiting for a legitimate job, but I'm not getting it. Our country is very poor. Our politicians, the people out here, they are very corrupted, and they are not letting or giving us chance to, get success or get good jobs. That is why we are doing all this.
Okay, all right. But it's easy to get this sort of job that you've just got, is it? There's lots of them around.
It's not easy, sir, but at least our daily life, our family is being run by this. I know it's wrong, but you get salary, you don't get much, but still we get something from which we can run our family, feed our family.
Okay.
So this is why I'm doing it, because it's better to do something rather than sitting without any job.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I fully appreciate that. Unfortunately, what you're doing in Australia anyway, you're causing a whole lot of people some grief, right? But then compared to what your grief is, their grief is nothing.
I'm a new person in this work, and I haven't done it before. But I'm a new joinee. I have joined this company 20 days ago.
Okay.
I'm not that experienced, but I'm just willing to get some good jobs so that I can leave all this. This is like kind of thing which I cannot do. I have to do something, and that is why I've selected this. But I am willing to leave it as soon as I get a good, legitimate job.
Okay. Well, listen. I really, just to put you right, I really feel for you, right? I really feel for you. And unfortunately though, unfortunately, it's the economic circumstances, the economics of the world that has caused you to be in this situation you're in. And I, as a thing that I do, I quite often fight politicians and stuff like that from an economic point of view to change things, to make it better because I live in a very, very rich country. Compared to you, we're mega rich, right? And even the poorest people in Australia are gigantically rich compared to you. And the poorest people in Australia, if you were able to live in Australia, you would be getting, if you had no job, you would still be getting an income. You'll be able to drive a car. You'll be able to get food. You'll be able to entertainment. You'll be able to do all these things, right, in our country. But unfortunately, our country stops people like you coming here, right?
No, please. Give me a chance. I want to live in Australia. I want to earn there, do some good job, and live a simple life, feed my family. Please give me a chance so that I can come there.
I'm not in the position to be able to do that directly, right? However, all right, I cannot promise you that. I cannot do that, all right? Okay. However, the only thing that I can possibly do, and I don't know if you want to do this, and I don't. My relatives probably don't want me to do this. The only thing I could possibly do is, if you're willing to dob in all the people, you work in your organisation and then work your way up, right, as a spy basically, right, and then give that information to the international authorities, because I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, I think if the information was given to the authorities in your country, they'd do nothing about it. Would that be correct?
That is correct, yes.
Okay. So there's a lot of corruption in your country.
Absolutely. So this is why we had to choose this, because our ministers, our presidents are doing the same thing, corrupting people. So we had no other choice.
Okay. You obviously got some basic education. You know what you had to get some basic education to get the job you're in. Is that correct?
Absolutely, yes. Like, you should be fluent in English, and then they will allow you to join, because here you don't need qualifications. You just need to be fluent in English, and then they can give the job to you.
Can I ask also, did you have to pay money to another party to get this job?
No, we don't have to pay anything.
Okay.
Just like by a reference of, friends or someone who is already doing it, they refer to you in the company, and you can simply do it by going there if English is good.
Okay. All right. As I said, I really, really, really feel for you. All right. And I'm sorry. Unfortunately, I can't help you. The only thing I could, as I said, the only suggestion I could possibly think of, and if you, this number is coming up on your on your computer. All right. I was going to falsify the number before I sent it. Right. But if you're at some stage willing to dob people in, right, your bosses and your bosses' bosses and your bosses' bosses, etc., right, unfortunately it'd probably go all the way to the top, to the bloody president of a country or something, I don't know. Then, you know, I'm just thinking that as I'm saying this, it's not going to be of any advantage to you, is it, when the country is corrupt?
Can you give me a chance to speak, sir?
Yes.
I understood whatever you're saying. I understood everything, and I'm ready to comply with you. I'm ready to help you out, and I'm ready to leave everything, and I'm ready to be a spy for you. I'm ready to dub everyone. But if you can help me with $5,000, I will do everything for you.
Okay. All right.
I'm in need now.
All right. I can't do that. And I couldn't do that without the authorities in Australia doing something, but I'd have to get in contact with the authorities in Australia and see if they're willing to do it. If you want to pursue that further, you have my number, all right? Okay. I've got your name, all right? We may be able to pursue that further. I don't know, all right? And I don't know that if we give you $5,000, what you would actually, information you would provide the authorities, and what good it would be. Anyway, all right.
You can't me, I cannot trust you too, so we have to end the conversation here.
Okay.
And
that's appreciated. I appreciate your point of view. Yep. All right. Okay.
Absolutely, sir.
Okay.
All right then.
Thank you for your time.
Great day.
Likewise. Cheers. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.